Hi, this is Sadie Wolfkitten. I am live here at Starwood 40. I'm talking to some of the vendors on Vendors Row about what they have on offer, what brings them to Starwood, and where you can find them if you're not here to go shopping with me today. Okay, so I am here at, is it Kona?
This is Kona drum.
Okay.
Yep.
And looks like you're actively in the process of creating a drum here.
I am actively tightening my drum.
Okay.
I'm putting what we call diamonds. Really, they're knots or stitches. And each one brings the tuning in just a little bit. So if you're used to a guitar or piano being tuned, you tune it just enough. You don't do everything all at once. And that's what I'm doing. I want to put a couple stitches in my girl because she was starting to get a little soft. You hear the ring.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to work that out.
There's a little close up on it.
Yeah. There's a lot of drummers here, a lot of builders actually, amazingly. There's a lot of us that we're not vending, and I'm not actively vending. I'm helping out for the owner here, Tom,
Okay.
while he takes care of his equipment.
Oh, you're putting diamonds.
Yeah, I'm running diamonds into this one. And yeah, this is the magic of every drum that's built right here. The magic is knowing just how far to go before you've gone too far.
And
That-
you'll know you've gone too far when the head pops. That'll tell you that was one too many diamonds.
Okay.
And everybody says, do one more, do one.
Yep.
Yeah. And some people have a party, and that's usually the builders who are going, yes, yes. And then
Yeah,
the
right.
owners are going, I got another one.
Well, you know what Kelso says. It was never broke. It was never tight.
At
Right?
least that's what she said.
That's yeah.
Do
I
you-
was going to ask you what you use to pull your verticals.
For me, okay. I do prefer.
Come on. Speeding. All right. So I'm here talking to Zeeb of FEYWOOD.
Hello.
He's one of our long-term Starwood vendors.
Decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Do you know what your first Starwood was? Do you remember?
93.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Ish.
up in New
take.
York.
And at Brushwood.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about FEYWOOD? What do you guys do?
We
Lisa?
make mythic imagery in the form of sculpture in clay and sometimes in wood. What we have here is just clay because we came in a small vehicle.
Yeah. I know I've seen some of your bigger pieces that
Oh yeah, I
Can
just
be
finished
much
the
bigger.
throne.
literally.
Yeah.
Cool.
For the Maryland Renaissance Festival.
Okay. If people were interested in tracking you down online, do you have an online presence?
FEYWOOD, FEYWOOD .net is our very poorly maintained website.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook. Just search FEYWOOD.
Is that the better way to?
There's better pictures and more of them there.
Okay.
I keep trying.
So what keeps you coming back to Starwood?
It's fun.
That'll do.
It's like on a normal year, it's like a little break before we go to work at the Renaissance fairs.
Okay. I think that's as good an excuse
That's
as
next
any.
month.
All right. Well, I think that's probably good enough for now. I'm going to pop over and get a little image of some of your stuff on the table. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to tell us about your stuff
Oh,
here?
well, we use various mythic archetypes. We have, like, this is a chakra couple working with chakra colors.
Okay.
That's a
Golf cart going
backfire.
too fast.
Backfire. And this is triple goddess goblet. Lovely maiden
That's
mother
lovely.
and crown. And that's another version of it there. And one of my favorites is grandmother turtle. It's got fuzzy hair and a staff. usually. And pans and mermaids, fairies, lots and lots of fairies.
Yes. shot of some of this. Ooh, there's some nice hanging one. I think the sun is against me with getting some of these. I'm here talking to Angie from Falcon Fire Studio. Hi. So why don't you tell us about your stuff here?
Well,
What you got?
it's an amalgamation of whatever I feel like doing that day, whatever the clay wants to be. I don't make the same thing twice unless it's something very special, such as our bonfire burners, which I'm out of this year. Sorry, y'all. Next year. All of my stuff, unless it's labeled differently, is food safe. It's great for dishes. It's great for outdoor use, like my mushrooms and fairy garden stuff.
Okay.
Let's see. I make a lot of fan art from Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, that piece is really impressive.
Thank you. I'm a school bus driver, so I make school buses sometimes.
Okay.
Let's see, Audrey 3 here
Yeah.
eating somebody and remind me of Audrey. I've been dabbling in wire wrapping, so we have some really cool wire wrap rings that my daughter and I have done over the past few months, and some necklaces.
Okay.
So, and then, yeah.
So what brings you to Starwood?
Starwood, my first Starwood was 2018. A friend of mine had been telling me about it for a long time to come. He commissioned a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater off of me.
Okay.
And then when I gave it to him, he said, go to Starwood, sell your stuff. That year I'd made the decision I was going no matter what. I came 6 hours by myself. It changed my life. You should go. Next year, come by my bonfires. I've been putting the ashes of all the previous ones in them now. So you will always have a piece of Starwood home with you.
Nice.
Or just come and buy some of my other kick-ass art, because, you know, I can make some cool shit sometimes.
Where are you based out of?
Walkerton, Indiana.
Okay.
Walkerton, Indiana. It's a little podunk town, a little south of Notre Dame College.
All right. Do you have an online?
I have a Facebook page, Falcon Fire Ceramics. Let's see, it's Falcon Fire Studio. I've got some business cards here.
Okay.
I post all over the place. If you want to zoom in on that, maybe you can.
Yeah, that looks pretty good there.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've covered all our basic questions, unless you got anything else you wanted to add.
No, I just come to Starwood. It'll change your life. And if you don't buy something for me, get something for somebody else, because they have a lot of really cool people out here. And yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Check it out.
My name is Allison of Wonderland Spiritual Mentoring.
Nice. So what exactly do you do?
I do spiritual guidance. I use a variety of oracle, tarot, rune, and other aids in helping you figure out what your path is and
Okay.
helping you understand how you want to get there.
Nice. So what brings you to Starwood specifically?
Friends and a wonderful environment. This is my first year here, and I've loved every minute.
Great. We love to hear that. So I'm seeing kind of behind you here, it looks like you've got a URL.
I do.
So-
www.wonderlandspiritual.com.
Okay, and I'll just get a little pic of, there's a phone number there too. So where are you based out of?
I am based out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
And I do virtual appointments and on phone calls as well.
All right. And you have such a lovely booth. I want to come over here and just get
As
a
the
little.
wind blows it around and I pack it up.
But it's such a beckoning environment that. Can we get those to chime for us? There we are. That just seems to fit the feel of the place.
I do some work with the Fae, some work with angelic spirits,
Okay.
and a lot of dream work as well.
All right. I'm talking to Kim Keffer here. Is that also your vendor name?
Yes,
name?
Art by Kim Keffer.
Okay.
On all the platforms.
All right. So is that like all one word?
I don't think so. Art by Kim Keffer. I don't know. It's
If you
under me.
Google it, it would
If
come
you
up.
Google it, it comes up. I have
Oh.
a website, Instagram, Pinterest, all the things.
Okay.
Facebook, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what brings you to Starwood?
Well, I'm an artist, and I came to share my art. I desire to inspire. So I'm
Nice.
happy to bring my art here and inspire other artists to shine their lights and share my art. I have prints and fake cards available of all my work. I also
Okay.
teach a guided painting workshop tomorrow
Oh, okay.
where I used Julia Cameron's work, The Artist Way, to help everyone tap into that spiritual part of themselves that is so creative and silence the censor that says all those things that are negative. And so we talk about that while we make a painting together. Everybody will leave with a finished painting, and it's so
Oh,
much
nice.
fun. Yeah, it's great.
Now, have you been to Starwood before?
I have. This is my second or third Starwood. I
Okay.
also live paint while I'm here, so I'll
Okay.
be doing live painting. I'll be starting on it soon. Let's see. Let's find. Here's a Starwood. This was 2019.
Okay.
So that's a Starwood.
Nice.
So yeah, I just feel the energy of the place and paint from there. You know, and people can bid on that painting, and it goes home with the highest bidder.
Oh, all right. All
So,
right.
and then this is my work. You know, everybody's welcome, please, to come visit and check it out.
All right. First, I guess, why don't you tell me who you are and what your booth is?
I'm Lexi Roberts, and my booth is a collection of my gallery and my clothes that I put my art on.
There's some. Well, we'll come around and get a better shot of those. So, what brings you to Starwood?
A friend of mine invited me, Erica Sage.
Oh, okay, yeah,
but,
sure.
She asked me to come down and paint. This is my first Starwood.
Very nice. What do you think of it so far?
Home. I'm home.
That's how we feel about it. So, well, we're really glad to have you here. So let's get a little look at the gallery. Is there anything in particular you want to tell us about any of the paintings here?
Yeah, so I've been painting for 4 years now.
Okay.
And originally I had drawn my whole life, but I never enjoyed art.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went through a really intense psychedelic experience and I didn't know how to put it into words. So, and I couldn't take a picture of my brain, so I decided to start painting. So, I started here with this expression of what I went through. And then from there, it led to this one, this is the reason I started painting, is because I felt this one inside of me and I had to get it out.
I kind of recognize, I've seen some similar things along the way. And I also know that it's not easy to get down on canvas, so
No.
that is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And then you have like a whole little fairy garden here.
Yes.
That's pretty sweet. Oh, and is that a business card?
Yes.
Is that going to show up?
Thank you.
Yeah, there it does. So, abstractclairvoyance.com, is that right? Okay, so if people would like to look you up online, that's where they would go.
Got a lot of fun stuff on there with my art on it.
Yeah, all right, cool. Okay, so I am talking to
Sharon Dean of Mystic Sister Studio.
Very nice. And this is a bunch of your stuff here?
This is just a fraction of the things that I have made, but these are all originals right now that are available. And then I've got a whole bunch of things I've been working on as well. This is
Okay.
very fresh. And then this is a couple pieces that I started at last Starwood. FEYWOOD, so many
Oh,
of you
yeah.
recognize some of these little events. So I'm hoping to get these done this weekend.
Nice. So what brings you to Starwood?
Well, I was asked several times. We are part of the music and art festival scene in Ohio and the surrounding states and around that area. And I met a couple of folks by the name of Wendy Raphael and
Oh, sure.
Shambo, and other people that had just invited us again and again, and we finally were able to come. And I think that this is our 5th.
Okay.
So we're very blessed and excited to return home, and it does feel like home because so many of our bubbles in the music and art festival scene have crossed over here, and it's just a lovely, big, gigantic family that just keeps growing, and it's awesome.
Now, do you have an online presence? Is there?
I do. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Mystic Sister Studio, or you can hit me up on my personal page on Facebook under Sharon Dean.
Okay.
And I am working on some other projects, one of which is called Bohemian Art Tours, and that's going to be taking the painting party concept outside using the plein air concept, but bringing those two things together. And I'm going to be taking people on little mini adventures, painting excursions to rural communities, mountains, and beaches.
That sounds pretty
but
fun.
Mainly starting in southeastern Ohio because there's so many beautiful places, and that's where I'm from. So.
You beat me too. I was just about to ask you where you were based out of.
We're located out of Zanesville, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, just in the heart of it, in the little hill country. But it's really wonderful because we're very centrally located. So we could be. I've been told that Ohio is a day's drive from 70% of the United States population. So we are right in the middle of it, and it's great to be here.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's come over and get a quick shot of your sign here. Mystic Sister Studio.
We are the Goblin Emporium, and
Okay.
I'm Sydney.
Okay. Well, very nice. What brings you to Starwood?
I've been coming here for about 5 or 6 years now.
Okay.
It just feels like home. This is my first time really vending here, though.
And what kind of stuff do you guys do? Looks
Good
like.
hodgepodge of stuff.
Start over
yeah,
here?
So we've got paintings. Specifically, I do a lot of menstrual blood art.
Oh, interesting.
And a lot of kind of going more for the folk punk vibes with our block printed patches, and resin jewelry with flowers and mushrooms.
Okay. Nice. And then I got some more print stuff
Yeah,
here.
so this is more I do natural dye bandanas with block prints that I've made. I got a bunch of other cool block print patches, larger patches, carved avocado pits, some block print prayer flags, wooden spoons, some original paintings, and I also do hand poke tattoos as well.
I saw this flash art here in your little book. And then we got some more
And then
jewelry.
some more jewelry.
And then we got this guy up here. It's not usually where you look for the third eye, but
He's our goblin
Okay.
mascot.
I see. So what made you choose goblins? Anything in particular?
It's just one of our, this is my partner, and it's one of our inside jokes is that we're goblin critters
Okay.
together.
Oh, that's fine.
Goblins a lot of weird kind of folky, woodsy stuff with bones and
Yeah, it's
random
all the
plants,
cottage
mushrooms.
core stuff
Yes,
that's
there's-
trending right now. And there's an offshoot of that called goblin core, and it's just
A
yeah,
little bit the darker,
blood
weirder
and
version.
bones and mushrooms and
A little more punk-esque.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it, but I don't
Yeah.
know whether everyone out here will be, so I appreciate you letting us know. So do you folks have an online presence at all?
Yeah.
a little bit on Instagram mostly.
Okay. Is it Goblin Emporium or?
We don't have a joint thing right now. We just
Okay.
have our separate ones.
Okay.
And mine's Sydney Loohoo.
Sydney Lou Who?
Sydney Loohoo.
Is it Why don't you spell it for us?
Sydney SYDNEY and this little underscore LOU_WHO.
Okay. And what about you?
Mine on Instagram is Artapokes. It's all one word. It's ARTAPOKE.
No. Okay. So art. See, I would have said RT, so I'm glad I had you spell it.
Like
All
an
right.
artichoke, but
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's probably good enough for now. I appreciate you guys talking to us, and we hope you have a great rest of your Starwood.
yeah, you too.